going on, Legion? As really like always. And hey, look, we got my lights working. Jesus. So Blade Runner. We got just this little speck of Blade Runner goodness coming out. If you haven't seen the first Blade Runner, it's pretty rough. It is made in like 80 something, I think, and well, it shows. It is a pretty difficult movie to watch. I think in the beginning-ish, some parts of the beginning, some parts of the middle, some tidbits of the movie. It's kind of like Jesus, like this is an old ass movie. But when you get to the end of it, you're like, oh, what happens next? What's the continuation? What's the rest of the story? I want to know. Let me know. And after 20-something years or whatever, we finally got a sequel coming out. It looks great. Looks incredible. After watching whatever movie I was watching after watching The Nice Guy with like the asshat that's in this movie, I can't remember his name now. Ryan Gosling, Jesus. After watching The Nice Guy with Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe, seeing their interactions definitely made me more of a Ryan Gosling fan. I very much like that movie. He was really good in it and showed a whole different part we've never seen before. And it's a comedy, so that was a win-win. But he's in this. It looks great. He went from doing funny to a musical to a Blade Runner. I am stoked to see this movie. I can't wait. So let's just get into it, check it out, see what it's all about. Let's hope it's good.
When I first saw Blade Runner,
well, this is more to it.
Ridley Scott's vision struck so many chords. I could immediately recognize its impact on the entire cinematic world. Now, I've been given the amazing opportunity to continue this story and direct Blade Runner 2049, which picks up 30 years after the first film. So with that in mind, I decided to ask a couple of artists that I respect to create 3 short stories that dramatize some key events that occurred after 2019, when the first Blade Runner takes place, but before 2049, when my new Blade Runner story begins. My friend Luke Scott has directed this short film you're about to see. I hope you enjoyed this special glimpse into the world of Blade Runner 2036.
Really quick, let's see if I can... see if we can fix that. See if that worked. It's really... you know what? I'm just gonna leave this in. I am. I'm just gonna leave it all how it is. There we go. It works somehow. Oh, okay. I was hitting my mute button. And as you can see, the video is adjusting sizes. Sure.
Hope you enjoyed this special glimpse into the
that
world
was
of
weird.
Blade Runner 2036.
If I had the ability to edit, I would.
Memory bearings from the time. We're all damaged in the blackout. But there are sometimes fragments.
My immersion. Okay. Nexus Dawn. 2036. So this is before this movie takes place, apparently. So what's going on?
No. Conclusion session, 11:17 p.m. Testimony of Neanderthal Wallace to the magistrate sectors EL 1 or 9 through 26 and so forth ended empty.
Thank you for your patience.
This is
I
Jared
do
Leto?
not intend to keep you waiting.
Oh, it is.
The particulars of my affliction make travel difficult.
Mr. Wallace, we granted you this meeting in deference to your contributions.
Your essential contribution.
We recognize that for the public good, for their health.
You remember hunger. So you indulge the recluse whose patents keep that hunger at bay. I believe in life. In fact, I have wrung more life from our Earth than ever before. But it is dying. You are dying. Which brings us to our present concern.
Prohibition.
We have made clear our position.
The prohibition of replicant technology is not subject to debate.
Nor is its repeal.
Yet we are debating.
Not we. Of all that was lost in the blackout, this cut of history died unmourned.
Humanity has only survived this long by crushing the Earth to suit its needs. The stars, our only hope, are hidden behind the lives you will not allow me to create.
Off-world colonies are thriving.
Insufficient to the needs of ultimate survival. Your laws have changed the hands of progress.
The laws keep blood off the streets. Nexus phase is unreliable. Safeguards put in place by Tyrell were negligent.
Too many have died. We will not add to that number.
My replicants will live as long or as short as a customer will pay. My replicants will never rebel. They will never run. They will simply obey. Step forward. Find a weapon to this now.
Plz Make.
What is this?
This is an angel, and I made him. Look up to the left, reveal.
Oh.
You're committing a crime, Wallace. Now that's enough.
Lift the glass. Cut.
No.
This is wrong.
I don't remember a lot of the story.
Does it hurt? Yes. You must make a choice. Your life or mine. Do you understand?
Oh wait, weren't replicants like immoral?
Yes. Do this now.
Jesus Christ. This is wrong.
Human action resounds in the heavens. The bell echoes above. What we decide here today will polish or crack the firmament. What shall it be?
I don't actually remember a lot of the first movie as far as... Yeah, I was thinking through that whole thing. I was trying to remember a lot of the first Blade Runner. Was it like... like replicants were like supposed to be made to look a certain way, I believe, like noticeable, and then replicants to be made to look like people, I think was the illegal. I think that's how it went. I can't actually remember. Instead of watching the whole damn movie, I'll just wiki it. But yeah, it was really interesting, and I'm kind of excited to see what's going on in the actual Blade Runner and how everything goes. That was a really great scene. I really enjoyed it. It was very interesting, as you could tell by the lack of any emotion I had that whole time. I was very focused on what was going on. Of course, I think like most people, he's going to maybe kill them, but again, then probably not. Damn, it was really good, and I hope the rest of I hope the actual movie is as good as that little clip was. Very fun, and I just can't wait to see all the crap, all the mayhem, all the destruction. What's going on? And they mentioned colonies. Does that mean that we could also have possibly more Blade Runners that take place on different planets like Mars or a spatial colony? That'd be really cool too. That'd be really interesting. And I kind of want to look up to see what the future of Blade Runner is. Is this going to be something that's going to continue? Something that's going to be a franchise of some sort? That would be interesting to know. Will this be why can I never remember the dude's name? The nice guy I just mentioned, Ryan Gosling. Will this be Ryan Gosling's like trilogy or movie that he did? Like, well, that's loud. Like Harrison Ford, he had a Blade Runner movie, but he had not only did he have Star Wars, which he turned into something more, which was Indiana Jones, or doing both of those at the same time, which helped him, unlike everyone else that was in that movie or those movies. Harrison Ford had his trilogy, and he kind of had two trilogies. One is Star Wars is a career ender in Hollywood for the most part, especially when George Lucas was at the helm of it. Maybe not so much with the new Disney versions, but it definitely was back then for Mark Hamill and everyone else, where they never made it to huge stardom, being, in known things, I guess. They definitely were in a lot of stuff. Carrie Fisher wrote a lot of stuff. But they weren't like the Brad Pitts or anything, just a generic name. The Brad Pitts of the Hollywood world. But Harrison Ford went on to do, his own trilogy in Indiana Jones. Arnold Schwarzenegger did Terminator, and then he just proceeded to beat that into the ground. Everybody's kind of had, Sylvester Stallone not only had Rocky, which is a movie that embodies jumping the shark, but he had what was it? Rambo, excuse me, couldn't remember Rambo. That was his franchise. So everybody's had their kind of franchise back in the day. That's kind of what made things, Kurt Russell. I don't think he had a franchise, but he had Escape from New York and L.A., Snake Plissken, and he was in a few other things where maybe not 3 movies, but mostly I think 2s. And he was in a lot of stuff like that. So everybody has their trilogy, and even nowadays people have their trilogy. The Ocean's movies with Matt Damon, George Clooney, Brad Pitt, all those people, of course. Marvel is a huge now trilogy maker with the Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Avengers, and everything that's coming from that. And the Black Panther's going to be a trilogy, obviously, most likely. So everybody has their trilogy nowadays, and another Star Wars trilogy is coming out. And so I'm wondering if this is going to be Ryan Gosling's trilogy. Hell, Fast and Furious has gone above and beyond a trilogy. And you ask why I bring that up is because he's married to the woman that was in the second one. So everybody has a trilogy for the most part. Anybody that makes it or is going to be around to do something. And I'm wondering if this is going to be his trilogy. It'd be kind of cool to see if they make more of these, and I'm excited and I hope they're good. And with that, I'm going to stop rambling. So thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. If you like the content, you can always subscribe, share. Remember, it's completely up to you. I do appreciate it, though. It does help me out in some way or another. And you want to leave a comment discussing anything we talked about on this channel, on this video specifically, you can always leave a comment down below. Love to see and love to hear all the comments. Once again, my name is Azrael. I'll see you on whatever video I'm doing next. Later, guys.